We are looking at thieves who are breaking into 90 shipping containers every single day in Los Angeles, and they're being let go. They're being let go. Even though they get arrested, they get a get out of jail free card in Los Angeles. 90 shipping containers a day. How can that be, and how can they let something like this go on? You know, I think I remember something else happening, I think around the last year or so, how so much destruction was being done and people were getting out of get out of jail free cards, just like on Monopoly. You get a get out of jail free cards. That's what's happening here in Los Angeles. They're getting out of jail free, more or less. And I don't think it's right, you all. You're thinking we already got a lot of shipping problems going on. We do. Hello there, pragmatic patriot. Hello. Yeah, we got a lot of shipping containers. First, we had a shortage of shipping containers. Okay, then we have countries, you know, doing stuff at their ports. And now, you know, this story comes out, 90 containers a day from the Maritime Center. Something's going on, something very orchestrated. It's organized crime taking place is what it sounds like. Why do you got to break into these shipping containers? Why do you do it? Why do you got to do it? And when you get arrested, why do you get out of jail free? That is the question. Hello there, bang, bang, mucka bang. Yes, you are. Why do you get out of jail free is what I'd like to know. Let me come over here. Let's do this. We are going to do this. Hello there, Apple Brooks. Yeah, so we're going to go straight to that article because this is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous what's taking place. I want to show you all this. Look at this. Let's watch this little video right here. Let's watch it if it'll play for us. Are we on here, you all? Because I want to be on here looking at this. Filth. It's filthy. See, look at this, you all. This is just released yesterday on the 15th of January. You can see the Twitter, Ian Miles Cheong. Thank you, Ian, for showing that, you all. So we've got that right there. We're going to come up here, you all, and we're going to look at this article. This is today. You all. Right here. We're going to get over here. We're going to look at it. It's on this. Let's see this article right here. It's released today. It's only had 156 views. Well, we're going to view it ourselves, you all. UP Thieves. I'm going to show you where it's coming from. The Maritime Executive right here. Intellectual capital for leaders. It's very intellectual. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in, because this really is important, because this does affect us. If you have 90 shipping containers a day getting broken into, that does add up. If you think of 30 days, 90 and 30, okay, that's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. You all, I got to turn this off. Let me get this going, you all. I got to do it. I'm going to have to do something, you all. Hold on. I can't look at my comments on here. I got to turn this completely off for a second. Yes. Okay, so we got this going. So UP thieves are breaking into 90 containers a day. Am I on here, you all? I got to see where I'm at. Yes, I am. I had my do not disturb on, and calls got through. So that's okay. That's all right, you all. There's just a little distraction. And you all, please watch your comments on here. When you comment, please be respectful when you comment. Okay, there's no need to be disrespectful at all, and no harsh joking. Okay, we can't be having that, you all. We can't. Oh, thank you, you all. Let's look at this. Okay, thieves are breaking into 90 containers a day in Los Angeles. We're going to read this so we can see it just like this. Okay. Published on January the 16th by the Maritime Executive. Intermodal freight trains passing through Los Angeles' Lincoln Heights neighborhood, East LA, have been hit regularly by groups of criminals in spiraling crisis of theft, according to the rail operator at Union Pacific. On average, more than 90 boxes are getting hit every day on this single corridor. According to the UP, the damages and extra costs to UP add up to $5 million over 12 months, not including the losses and damages experienced by its customers. The rail line is considering serious changes to reduce its traffic volume through LA County, and it believes those changes would worsen the ongoing supply chain crisis. So the Union Pacific is going to do some serious changes to reduce its traffic through LA County, and they do believe it's going to worsen the ongoing supply chain crisis. The rail line through Lincoln Heights leads to a CSX up switching yard, and trains often move more slowly or stop along the track. Thieves have taken advantage of this target-rich environment using bolt cutters to break into the boxes laden with delivery packages from major retailers. The rail sighting shows plenty of evidence of the crime. The perpetrators are taking the choice items and leaving the rest strewn along the tracks. The discards include COVID test kits, medications, and many items with high social value, but limited on the black market resale potential. Union Pacific has its own police department and cooperates with the LAPD and the LA County Sheriff's Department to carry out arrests. Despite its efforts, it has experienced 160% increase in thefts in LA County since December 2020. So they have cooperation, but now they got 160, but now they got 160% increase in thefts in LA County since December 2020, even though they're cooperating. When the county district attorney changed the charging policy. So even worse, the criminal activity has been accompanied by rising rates of assault and armed robbery targeting Union Pacific employees. In an open letter to the Los Angeles District Attorney, George Gascon, Union Pacific complained that law enforcement personnel have made more than 100 arrests in as many days, but the suspects have been released without charges in 24 hours. No, you all. They arrest them and then they release them within 24 hours. This sounds eerily familiar. It does, eerily familiar. Okay. So of all those arrests, Union Pacific has not been contacted for any court proceedings, the rail line wrote. In fact, the criminals are boasting to our officers that charges will be pled down to simply trespassing, which bears no serious consequences. You all tell me how that can happen. Tell me how that can happen. Yeah. Since the end of 2020, the district attorney, Gascon, has ordered his deputy district attorneys not to charge certain low-level misdemeanors, including trespassing, disturbing the peace, criminal threats, drug possession, loitering, resisting arrest. To avoid the social impact of charging these offenses, he has put in place standing orders to focus on combating the violent and serious criminal offenses. Hello, this stuff has a trickle-down effect, okay? And it really does affect people when things like this happen. Even the small things, it leaves a lasting impact on the individuals. Studies show that prosecuting of the offenses driving the bulk of misdemeanor cases have minimal or even negative long-term impacts on public safety, wrote the District Attorney Gascon in December of 2020. Agencies equipped with the social service skills necessary to address the underlying causes are best positioned to prevent recidivism. Well, that's a big word. I don't even know what it means, but okay. The DA spokesman, Alex Bastian, told CNN that the office is committed to working with law enforcement to ensure the collective safety. He said that the office has charged cases, including grand theft and burglary, and turned down others due to insufficient evidence. On Saturday, a train derailed in the same area where the vandalism has been occurring. Union Pacific said in a statement this weekend, 17 cars fell off the track. The rail line did not say whether the derailment was connected to the high volume of debris on the track. A bystander video appeared to capture the moment of the derailment. So we're going to look at this again, you all. They captured the moment of derailment. Well, I didn't really see that much. I really didn't. I didn't see that much, you all, that they showed. But isn't that interesting? So we have them, all the debris along the track, and somebody just happens to be there filming at that moment, and they are supposed to have captured the moment of derailment. And you know they got cameras. You know they got cameras. There are cameras all over the world nowadays. Everywhere you look, there are cameras recording every single thing. And we have the facial recognition also. Thank you, Facebook. We have it all going on. So I'm sure that there is something that could be done, but I'm sure they're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole, okay, because of the repercussions that would occur on the other end. You know it. You know it, you all. This is all wrong what's taking place, all of it, with all of this that's happening. Yes, that's called bragging. Lisa Jones. Yeah, they know exactly what it is. It is show up in the flea markets and on eBay. Oh, bang, bang, mucka bang. Let me tell you something. I went with my friend to a local co-op or something. When was it? It was on Saturday. It was in Louisville, Kentucky. We went across the bridge. And then as you are driving downtown Louisville, you see like these great big dumpsters by these high-rise these condos or whatever they are. I guess that's what you would call them. And there literally is like torn up tarps draped across the fence. You see trash on the ground. And then right as you get on this the ramp to go on to the highway, down there by the apartment complex also, oh my gosh, there's trash strewn all over the ground. There's like those dome-like tents. I saw 2 dome-like tents setting side by side just in a little patch of land, and the trash is everywhere. I'm thinking, you know, you don't have to throw that trash all around and just leave it all. It is literally filthy trash bags and trash scattered all along the ground, and then these 2 tents. But it just so happens to be a big area for, you know what, drugs and all that kind of stuff. Is really bad down there, is what it is. But it looked horrible. And you know, what really can you do? What really can you do? And then today, as I'm visiting my mother, and as I go on my way to her house, alongside this area, it is a known fact that in the woods, there is a homeless community in the woods, and you don't go by it. You don't. But as I drove down the road, even in the summertime, I would see these plastic water barrels, the 55-gallon water barrels that would be sitting out on the side of this company in their parking lot. And I always wonder, where you got these water barrels sitting out here next to the convenience store? I just got a high pitch in my left ear right now. But then I saw 3 water barrels today, and I thought, well, that makes sense because it's only maybe not even a half a mile or a quarter a mile for the people who live in the woods, the homeless people, to go over there, if that is indeed water, and get them some fresh water out of those water barrels. That's what I'm thinking, because, you know, in the woods, you don't got no running water. You don't. So, yeah, this is all very strange. They haven't picked up the trash in New York, and you can't imagine. Yeah, that's right. Symbols, say more. Yes, so we saw this, you all. So look at that. They can't do nothing. They can't do anything, they say. So that's really, really strange. You know, they have a live webcam that you can go look at that one place in there. I actually saw it, the shipping crisis, the shipping crisis. There is a shipping crisis. If I can type in right, shipping crisis. And if I can, I just want to do like the past day, see if there's any articles. DHL asks shippers to prefer in solutions, supply. Oh, they say that the supply chain crisis could end. How? Supermarket faces empty shelves from the labor shortages. 12% out of stock level on many household goods. That's interesting. So look at that, Portland. Is that Portland, Oregon? Wow. Stable coins. I see. The Black Sea Fleet. What's that got to do with anything, you all? What does that got to do with anything? Why do they got this in here during this time about this right here? Besides, that's not what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm talking about these shipping containers that get broke into every single day by the thieves, and then they're let out because they don't think it's worth it. It causes more trouble than good than to, you know, put them in there. So they get emboldened. They really do. They get emboldened, and they come back and they do it again because they know you're not going to get in trouble. But, you know, I wish they had a better way to live. I really do. I wish they could be better functioning in society. But if you think about it, it's probably the only life they know. And it's hard to break that lifestyle. If you're in a certain lifestyle, it's really hard to break it, to break out of it, and to break free. And especially if gangs are involved, you can practically never get out of those gangs. You can't. And the way to get in those gangs are really, it's horrific. It's horrific. You don't want to go there. You don't want to think about it. Yeah, I know about it. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about any of this kind of stuff that's out there. I don't want to draw on all of that negative, but you know it's there. And worse than that is there. Yeah, there's people who are dedicated their whole life to fighting this crisis. Literally, that is, it's global. It's global. It's in every city. It's in every state. It's in every country. These types of things that are happening. Now, granted, I don't think every city has these shipping containers in it, but they're going to slow it down, and it's going to add to the shipping crisis. It is. It's going to affect them. And then what? Canada has done something also. Canada, I think they did. You all, let me do this so you can see it. I'm just going to put this in the live stream so you all can see it too. I'm just going to copy the link there in case you wanted to look at it. Yeah, Diane Wilson. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. That's gross. Lisa, that's kind of yucky. Oh my goodness gracious, that is. Yeah. Whew. Oh, that's a lot of money. $3,500. $3,500. You're also welcome. I am going to go, you all. This is just a short video. I just wanted to see what was going on in the world, is what I wanted to see. And I saw a little bit of stuff. I did, just a tad bit. But that's okay. So with that being said, thank you for hopping on here, even if it's just for 20 minutes. Because it's going to affect us. It's going to have a trickle-down effect. And it's like if you're waiting for something to get in the mail. This is becoming very common. You're waiting to get your item in the mail, and it doesn't show up. And then wherever you ordered your item from, you have to call them and tell them, I didn't get my item. I need a refund. And you know what? Then they're out of money, and they have to give you a refund. Okay, they do, because, there's no way of tracking it. If you got something that is due to be delivered at your house, and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and you wait 2 weeks, and it was supposed to be there a week ago, and you call the person you bought it from or the company, and you say, I didn't get it, and they don't see anything, they more or less know what happens, because this is happening all over the place. and they have to issue you a refund. Yeah, see, it's even beyond their control. It is. It does hurt people all around. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for tuning in here, and thank you moderators for being on here too. Love you.